Hi everyone. Toride, another fine day, and the one thing that makes me happy is talking to people who care about our community, talking to people who are doing something, um, investing their time, investing everything they have to make sure our community is beautiful, our community is better. Today, I have a group of gentlemen with me. Talk about gentlemen, people I respect a lot. Um, Welcome to Toridi, guys. I think we'll take rounds doing the introduction. Welcome to Toridi. Is your mic turned on? Okay. So we'll start with Pro. Tell us about you, a little bit about you and who you represent.
Um, it's very difficult. First of all, thank you for having me here. And I think I love what I see here today. You've been doing wonderful in this community. And I am Jumento Roland. I'm a chiropractor by profession. Um, Former uh, Indomitable Lions. Yeah, I'm proud. And yeah, I am married with great family. Love my family. And yeah, as part of this community, a growing community, and I'm here at Toride, yeah, to talk about soccer
Wow. Beautiful.
in the capacity as president of or chairman of the Texas Veteran Tournament.
Wow. That is really beautiful. I think the next person we want to talk to is Mr. Thierry. Uh, yeah.
Hey, Toide, again, once more. Thanks for having us here. Appreciate the invite and also everything that you do in the community, just to reiterate what Campo said here.
Mm.
So, I'm Thierry Chassem. I am the president of Arlington Veterans. So, this is our home here.
Mm-hmm.
And about me a little bit, I reside in Mansfield area.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a proud father of girls, so enjoy the community I live in. Love my guys in Arlington and just love the game of soccer. So that's me.
Wow. Uh, let's go to my brother Bernard. Your introduction, please.
Yeah. Thank you, Toride, for having us again here.
Mm-hmm.
My name is Bernard Nyikongi. I'm the president for Forney Sports Club.
Mm-hmm.
By profession, a sales engineer.
Mm-hmm.
Um, um, and also this year hosting a TVT, the Texas Veteran Tournament.
Wow.
Happy to be here.
Oh no, they always say save the best for the last. Kamnal is actually the mother organization. Prezi, tell us about you and
Well,
who you represent.
I just want to say thank you again for the invitation. And um, the guys here already said it. It's always a great thing to be among the Cameroonians, and especially uh, in this studio here with you for what you represent for the organization.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Deus Nanko, and today I represent Kamdal FC.
Wow. I want to go back for Boston Taco. Tell us a little bit when the word veterans is mentioned, because with for America, we by the way, any language is okay. English,
Mhm.
Pidgin, French, any language is okay. That's the
Mm.
reason why I think we over here are Cameroonians. And boss, tell us a little bit when the word veteran is mentioned. What is your idea of a veteran? What is your idea? Because we don't get so many arguments of a community. Some people say veteran will be a man we don't play. Some people say no,
Mm.
veteran a man we. What is your definition of a veteran?
Um, I can't stand here and say my definition of veterans would be the right one or stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
In my own view, as I'm a former soccer player,
Mm-hmm.
veterans growing up back home,
Mm-hmm.
we all know people like who are older,
Mm-hmm.
who sometimes have played the game, or you
Mm-hmm.
have like weekend warriors.
Yeah.
Also, weekend warriors means you just love the game of soccer. You want to come out and have fun with your friends.
Mm-hmm.
Like we have like Sunday shop. You know what I mean? Saturday shop, Sunday shop,
Yes.
and these are usually like older folks. Who those are the same people who come out and watch your teams, and they are fans
Mm.
of like the soccer team in town, like PW Kumba fans, Alex Polimbe fans.
Mm-hmm.
On other days they want to go out and play soccer also and just live as a family.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and veterans, there is a lifestyle attached to it.
Mm-hmm.
Let me put it that way, and it comes with a lot of sacrifices also.
Yeah.
Financial sacrifice. You sacrifice time that you're supposed to spend with your family.
Mm-hmm.
You leave your family and you go out and network with your fellow brothers from other communities, and play and have fun and come back. So it's, to me, it's a healthy way of living in this, especially in this American society where stress is like
Wow.
part of our daily life. So being a part of a veteran group, it's really, really advantageous to all. So
I'm gonna go for boss. Kamdal. Kamdal actually, it's actually the model organization because I think when I came here, that was the one veteran club that I've been noticing it exists already. Tell us about how you guys feel about being the model organization and what you're doing. Also, especially now that we have so many other veteran clubs popping up here and there.
I mean, it's always a joy to see that from you came so many other stuff, and it would be a joy for you too to already, if say among the Cameroonian there was some that looked up to you, and from what you did, they say, I want to be like Toride. And it's always a joy again. Toko here remembers. I wanted to call you a title, not your name.
that's fine.
So he remember the days when you used to train even over here,
Yes.
right somewhere here on the road, and then all the way in Dallas.
Yeah.
So that's why he was trying to explain to him that
From
so from there, that's why he's saying that it's a mother organization. But it's a good thing. And when we got in here, we're talking about disputes and all of that. Even in the Bible, Timothy and Paul had their own, argument, but they stuck around, went in the same direction for the entire good of the whole community. And that's what we're doing here. Seeing these new teams coming up, we can only wish that instead of going pathways, we consolidate. That's why you guys came up with the TVT and the MVT. And now we land into a veteran, and coming into a veteran line. At that time, we didn't have veterans, right? We were young guys in the days of Kamsa. We leave the town here, go and play somewhere in Washington. We drive. We just holding small jobs here and there, part-time job, loading and unloading at UPS and all this thing, and we would drive. But with time, we got older, and we looked at it, and said, wow, we are moving actually. So what do we do? That's why Kamdal was able to revert back and say, hey, what brought us together earlier? It was our youth. It was our love for the community. So as we're moving on, are we bringing the next generation? You see, so we are now veterans. We hope that they can see from the veterans, right? They can learn from us. And they are. The NST tournament is coming up. I don't know if you guys heard.
I'm aware of it. Yeah.
Yes, the younger guys.
They called me, and I had to give them wanted information for the field in Irving. So I gave them information. Yeah.
The younger guys are looking at the veterans and say, wow, these veterans are gathering. So what are we doing? So they say, hey, let's bring it and let's do exactly like the veteran. And that's the goal. So it's a great thing to see that as we're moving, we're becoming veterans. These younger guys are taking our place, and then we'll take this. The joy will be that once we are all completely retired, they say continue.
Well, let me go to Thierry. I've been Identity Veteran President now for a while. I know how challenging it is. I'm one of the person who is giving you a headache. How does it feel to be Identity Veterans President, and how is everything going?
So Arlington, prior being president of Arlington, I was the vice president of Arlington, right, under the previous administration. So quite honestly, I didn't seek to be a president.
That's true.
It was something that pretty much I was, because of love, the group of guys, I ended up taking that position. But obviously, like you mentioned, there are a lot of challenges, and that's what comes in life. I mean, you can only grow as a person, as an individual or group throughout those trials and tribulations, right? Diamonds is formed under pressure, right? It's just like flower blooms only when it's rain. So all through those stimulations and trials, that's what become bigger. So just understand that the process is there. You have to
Mhm.
enjoy that process, you have to appreciate it, and become on the other end stronger. True enough, like you have had a lot of, especially for the past couple of years,
Mhm.
and all those are what the result of COVID. We
Mhm.
took a lot of hit from COVID.
Yeah.
So, but we're building, we're back stronger, we're getting there. So we're looking for exciting days ahead. I mean, first we have the TVT. We are
Mhm.
committed to the
You know,
TVT,
yeah.
Mhm.
and we have the challenge of NVT.
Mhm.
So, and you had a game yesterday against Ireland. So we
Mhm.
picking up. You have picked up as pace. We are better. We are a better place that we have been in the past 3 or 4 years for sure.
Wow.
Yeah.
Boss Bernard, actually, funny, could be considered the baby club if as compared to every other club I hear.
Mhm.
And you're the president. I don't know if you're younger than almost every person here, but it looks like. How does it feel to be president of Funny?
Yeah. So I don't know if most people here remember before I actually went to Foreign, I used to belong to Arlington Veterans,
Yes.
right? I was a treasurer at Arlington Veterans.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, having moved or had got a house in Foreign,
Mm-hmm.
it was just a logical step for me to, of course, move to that direction.
Yeah.
Um, but then as I went there, I became also a treasurer as well, because
Mm-hmm.
of course people learned of what I did when I was at Arlington. And being in the club, I was able to, because I had that experience already of um, belonging to another veteran club and being around
Yeah.
me a bit more in the admin capacity,
Mm-hmm.
it kind of came naturally. Okay, well, you should be president just for that sake.
Mm-hmm.
But just like Thierry mentioned, right? It always comes with its challenges, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have a place where you are going to a community where, first of all, we all as Cameroonians have very strong opinions.
Mm-hmm.
It's the
For
first thing,
sure, for
right?
sure.
Um,
Everything you all, they all
you
think
have
you are
to
right.
you have to manage those opinions,
Yeah.
right? You manage opinions and you manage egos, right?
Mm-hmm.
Same thing. It's it's a newer club compared to the ones which are present here, but
Mm-hmm.
the same challenges, right? And you need to figure out how do you manage these challenges.
Mm-hmm.
But it's going well. The club, the club is mostly made up of a lot younger uh, people. Well, not younger as in compared to the other clubs. The other clubs have
Yes.
very older people. The funny is has its own characteristics that we have very younger
Mm-hmm.
people. So so far we've been able to bring people and try to get ourselves a goal, right? Because usually it's where are we trying to get to this goal, depending on what we all think. Let's still keep our eye on the goal and go there. And that's how we were able to talk about TVT, right?
Mm-hmm.
Saying, okay, we'll take on TVT because that is one of the things that I believe is going to make the club also mature a little bit more
Mm-hmm.
than, and so people don't keep thinking that it's a new club.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, it's been around for more than 4 years, 5 years.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
people still always think it's very
It's
new.
new.
It's been there 5 years already, so more than 5 years actually. So, but showing ourselves now will make people have that change of mind.
I think let's go to moves that go for bigger and deeper conversations. Boston Toko, TVT. What is TVT all about? I know this is its second edition.
Mhm.
We didn't have the chance to do all of this when we had the maiden edition. So tell us a little bit about TVT. What is it all about?
Um, TVT, like the name, like it sounds, it's a Texas Veteran Tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and during the period of COVID, yeah, and we there was nothing going on,
Yeah.
in terms of like the entity got cancelled, and we decided to come up with like a mini version of NVT.
Yeah.
We thought it wise to keep ourselves busy during this COVID period. COVID was dying down slowly.
Mm-hmm.
So Arlington Veterans, yeah, the president, yeah, myself, JB, yeah, we as some pioneers
Yeah.
decided to come up with this activity tournament and invited other teams. It was supposed to take place, I think, 2020, Yeah, but so many teams, yeah, turned down the invite and due to this case, the COVID, everyone was scared, and with afraid of
COVID.
COVID. What we all knew what COVID was all about. So 2021, 2022 went by, and last year was we thought it was a good time to get everybody together and launch this tournament. Yeah,
Mhm.
it was a success at the end, but it wasn't without its own challenges. Yes, like I said, we had we could count on like just 3 or 4 people, who like really really sacrificed. I think before you guys we started, I talked about him really
Mhm.
really sacrificing financially also
Mhm.
in order for this to become
Success.
a success. Yes, we did well.
Mhm.
Yeah, the organization was there.
Mhm.
The teams that came to participate, they loved everything. But like I said again, without there were still some challenges,
Mhm.
and at the end of the day, everybody was happy with the outcome of the first edition. Moving to the second edition, I mean, now we thought San Antonio they were supposed to be the host of the second edition.
Mhm.
Somehow down the road, they rescinded and for really good reasons. And I want to congratulate first of all the president of
Fun.
Funny Sports Club.
Mhm.
They decided to replace San Antonio. That's like a huge task they took
Mhm.
at hand, yeah, to host the TVT tournament, yeah, knowing that within a short space of time, they're gonna do able to like come up with all the logistics, to organize this great tournament, yeah. So he's here. They're doing a good job. I'm collaborating with them in certain things, and as of we have TVT meeting today to finalize everything,
Mhm.
6 p.m. So far, I think everything is really going good. Yeah. So,
Well, we'll take some small musical break and then we'll be set up for the one extra late comer we don't. We'll be set up for the one extra late comer and then yeah. Okay. Thank you guys very, very much for that small break. Man, this is going really beautiful. In as much as Cameroonians will always get late comers. For the first time, we are doing a Cameroonian something, and almost everyone was here on time. Thank you guys very much. That shows how much you respect me. That shows how much you guys care about your community. For me, it shows how much you want to see not just every other thing, but also to really project succeed. Um, I'm gonna ask my boss, Bernard. You guys actually the one hosting the TVT. How does it feel?
So TVT being in its second edition,
Edition,
right?
yeah.
We 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 are honored, first of all, that you were able to let us actually take on that task. Again, like I said earlier, right?
Mm-hmm.
People always think fun is young, and sometimes to show that you've been around for a while, you need to take tasks that are people that are kind of, let's say, not impossible but huge tasks, right? So you can show yourself out there so that people can know exactly what you guys are about and what you're capable of doing,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because for us, taking this means now that we'll be able to get actual or we'll be able to get other clubs take us seriously.
Yeah.
Because sometimes people don't take people serious because they haven't seen them do anything,
Mm-hmm.
right? Of course, it's a huge task. We've been laboring it for quite a bit,
Mm-hmm.
and we are getting there. We one of the promises that we are making is that we want it to be in the caliber where next year no one will want to miss it,
Mm-hmm.
right? We have to keep elevating from where it is.
Mm-hmm.
We hope that whatever we do this year, next year is even going to be two times better,
Yeah.
right? And so on.
Yeah.
And we're hoping that as we have the new clubs coming up,
Mm-hmm.
it's even going to be something that is going to be a thing of, okay, I have TVT coming up, let me be there, right?
Wow.
And that's where we're pushing for. We're pushing for the higher heights where we can get people to actually have fun. Again, it's all about camaraderie, right? We're
Mm-hmm.
coming together, meeting each other, having fun with amongst each other, and then
Mm-hmm.
going back home and preparing for the next one.
Wow. More turn for a late comer. Boss, welcome. A small introduction, and then of you and which group of people you represent.
First of all, I want to apologize for being late.
If you apologize, I'll kill you here today.
um, but I thank you for giving me the opportunity to come to this platform and talk about TVT.
Mm-hmm.
I know all these guys, great people,
Mm-hmm.
and even those who are not here, we're all one in the community.
Mm-hmm.
I represent United Veterans,
Mm-hmm.
and we did not take part in the first TVT
Mm-hmm.
because of other reasons,
Mm-hmm.
but we're fully ready for this one. There's been a big improvement in the whole organization, the whole structure,
Mm-hmm.
and we're very pleased.
Mm-hmm.
Even if we don't perform very well, we
Mhm.
know that the organization, the tournament itself,
Mm-hmm.
is a success.
Wow.
Looking at the way Pro has handled it
Mm-hmm.
with the whole team, I think we've covered all the bases. Let me say the most. Um, I'm looking forward to a great tournament. Looking forward to great engagement with people, and I think we'll have fun.
Boss Thierry, what is your expectation for Arlington veteran and then the organizers of the tournament?
The expectation obviously is always to win, right? Because the tournament as a team,
Yeah.
that's what you want to see is to win.
Mm-hmm.
But definitely, beside it, the expectation is that this year is better than last year for sure. Because last year was the first year of the sort, so it was very very challenging, right? So, but we didn't reinvent the wheel last year.
Mm-hmm.
We do the conversation that took place during the pandemic,
Mm-hmm.
and yes, last year we kind of put together the framework
Mm-hmm.
for this. So the hope, and I'm sure it is, that's what's happening right now, is that the current Forney and the administration for TVT is taking a notch, and so on, as Bernard mentioned. So that's winning the tournament is a club thing, is a club joy,
Mm-hmm.
but seeing a tournament succeed to the next level, I think is a collective. That's a collective. Yeah, that's a collective joy. Yeah, that's a goal collectively.
Wow. Boss Kamdal, now during the tournament we just ended, the JB tournament, we saw players play for Kamdal and later on play for whether it's phoning, whether it's other, like how does it happen with you guys?
Exactly what we talked earlier about.
Mhm.
You know, out of Kandal came the
So
other
many
teams.
clubs.
You know, whether directly or indirectly.
Mm-hmm.
And man, the organization being still the modern organization that it is,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people want still to come.
Mm-hmm.
But we have to understand that on the soccer field, there's only 22 players that can play.
Mm-hmm.
And we still have to be all inclusive, but also give the chance to other people to participate on the tournament. We don't want to monopolize the talent. And look at the talent here. You know, we're representing each and every one of us, either an organization or a team or a people, right? So it looks good. If you ask me, I would have loved to keep all the talent, but we can only have what? How many players in the team? 22, the max, if you have two teams. But it's only beautiful if they can play with the other teams, and we can still see that there's still talent. You know, so like I told you earlier, most of his members are members of Come Down. You know, and I don't know about Arlington now. You guys are too far now for actually. Wait, I think I have one or two that still live in Arlington. I don't know if they're members with you, but they're how do you call it? Their allegiance is also with Kamda. So if you ask me, I'll say it's always a good thing to see that somebody who still has the talent can still play for another team, even though he's with another organization. It's for the success of the whole thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and there will be a winner not only on the field, but
The community.
the community will end up winning.
Wow. And Grand Pro, I think that is one concern people have. So many people want to know how, because now TVT is better. You guys have a structure like you told me. What are some of the things you're doing to make sure or TVT is actually there to connect the dots between these veteran clubs, not only when we have competitions, but even when we don't have competitions?
Right now, we just came up with a structure, and I was nominated as a chairman, and we have also as a secretary general Mr. Thomas Commander, and treasurer Mr. Thomas Commander, and secretary general Mr. Ben Baye. Thomas is from Austin, and Baye from Houston, and then I'm from Dallas. Yeah, these are three big cities where we could say that every community is kind of like represented. Most Cameroonians live in all these three big cities here. And what we're trying to do is like we've invited them Oklahoma. They were here last season, last summer session. Louisiana, they're coming back this session, and we have new teams. There's a joining Austin. It's also part of TVT this year, and United that for whatever reasons, like he mentioned, they're also like, they're coming back into the pool
Yeah.
to take part into this competition here. So we have a structure now, and we're working towards getting this thing better. And look at a young team like Forney
Yes.
that decided to pick up the slack because San Antonio couldn't hold. That tells you that, hey, this activities, the word is going out. People are interested. Because if they were not, people were not interested. If Forney were not interested, they wouldn't have hey, pick up that challenge to come and host this important tournament. Yeah, so it's for all of us. Yeah, and right now we're moving in a direction where we want to get everybody involved. Yeah, not Camdad didn't participate last year also. I think for whatever reasons, yeah, but Camdad is back in this year. That tells us that we're making progress.
That's true.
This activity is becoming popular, and Texas is huge, and we know what to say about Texas. We want to do it big over here in Texas, and as a community, yeah, every meetings that we've had, ideas are coming from all the clubs. Yeah, we're not imposing on anything. Ideas are coming from all the club. We come to a concession, an agreement, and then we move forward as a group. I'm there just to as the captain of the ship, to make sure, hey, we steer the ship in the right direction. That's all we're doing. And with ideas coming in from left and right, I think we move in the right direction. Yeah.
Boss Bennett, you guys are actually hosting this year. Tell us a little bit about what you're planning to do.
Yes, so for the tournament, based on how last year was done, one of the things is that it's 2 days game. So we have some soccer fields that have already been reserved for that tournament. So after the field, so first of all, I wanted to do a little bit of a welcome on a Friday evening.
Yes.
For people who are able to arrive that Friday morning. It's just going to be a short, not much anything.
But a meet and greet.
Just a meet and greet, right?
So, no.
Yeah, so that people can meet each other, start getting those acquaintances going, right? And start talking to each other. Then Saturday we're going for a whole day of games. We'll have first number of games that will happen that day. Then that evening we have a gala night that is going to that we are going to have all the we'll have artists, right? We'll have Richard King, we have TK, and then we'll have Shay Lonchum that is coming from Cameroon. So it's going to be one of those which everyone else is invited as well, right? And right now, actually, the tables are out there. People want to buy tables for that occasion. Then on Sunday is when the remaining games will be played, the semifinals and the finals. And then that evening, Sunday evening, we'll have the last is on the trophy night. So where we'll have the ceremony, which is the actual activity ceremony where we'll have bragging rights, right? Those who win the competition. Whether it's the best player, or I don't know which of those accolades are there, but that will be another evening where we'll come again together as TVT, maybe do some other final announcements and all of those kind of things for that night. So, and then that will be the end for that TVT. That's for schedule wise, but within that we have people who have sponsored us, right? Who try to recognize them. I want to make sure that, which is, I don't know if we have time to talk about that, but especially sponsors, right? Because one of the things that we notice is that in our community, we have people who have businesses and we don't know, right? When we took it, that was one of my first things. How do we make sure that these people are out there? How do we know that this person is a lawyer? How do we know that this person has this kind of business, right? So we have people who have actually sponsored us, and we're really proud that they were able to step up and sponsor us. And you will see some of them on the field. They'll be handing out their
brochures,
business cards and stuff. And then we'll have a brochure that has all of those teams and all of those business and what they do. So we are really trying to step it up, and we're hoping that those sponsorship especially will make people be able to put themselves out there so that we as a community can support each other. Not only come and play the soccer and go away, right? Let's shine the light on those businesses from our brothers and sisters.
By the way, we are making it look like after this person speak, Nasako must speak before another person. No, if you have a question for someone who is speaking, or you have something to add to whatever they're saying, we can actually do that.
It's a conversation, right?
Yeah, it's more of a conversation.
Yes.
United. You guys were in Houston. Did wonderful. I think that was your first tournament, and then you disappeared. We don't know what happened. Uh, then now you're coming back. Can you tell us a little bit about what was happening and what should we expect from United this time around?
First of all, I would have to correct that disappeared. It's no, it's no negative connotation.
I'm sorry about that though.
Anyways, what happened was last NVT we did not participate because
Okay.
there was a glitch in our representation at the national
Level.
platform. So we were not properly communicated
Mhm.
with what we needed to do.
Okay.
So that's how we missed that event.
Oh.
So it's not like we
You guys should
deliberately.
hire to read it for media so we can communicate that to the outside.
And then for the TVT, we were set to play,
Mhm.
but we had some household cleanups that we needed
Mhm.
to do,
Okay.
which did not happen. So we
Mhm.
came out of it. So, I mean, you can say we disappeared, but we did not. We're still existing,
Mhm.
even though we're not existing in that same arena, but we're
Mhm.
still existing.
Mhm.
This time, a lot of our members are very controversial people, so we like to throw punches, you know. But this time we've decided not to throw any punch. We'll just go there, go with the flow like anybody else, and participate, you know. And I think that's the way forward. You know, we'll represent big time and do our best.
Boss Kamdal, what do you think we should be doing as a community to move? Because Kanda has been there for more than 18 years. Boss Ntoka Koeno. Yeah, I think they said something like 2005, 2006.
2006.
Yeah.
I came to Dallas here 2004.
6.
You should say 2006.
2006.
Yeah.
So,
Well, Ntoko, let's
I
let
don't-
them know that
because
when he came in town, we were already group playing. We were
Yes.
already playing. There was
Yes.
one main team in
In Dallas, yes. I
And
played
our-
for
yes.
Kamdal and
okay.
And then the thing is, the president, the guy that was keeping it together was Honoré Kwame.
other comment, yes. you know.
I was keeping the jersey. I was washing them actually. So, man,
The very first Kamdal trophy, I was part of it. I was part
Wow.
of it. The very first-
Where did the
what?
trophy come from?
well,
we won the tournament here in town. The
Oh,
very
okay,
first-
okay.
The very first
But
trophy Kamdal won.
he's gonna say the very first. We don't forget say we get the Kamsa. You know,
No,
so,
it was yes, Kamsa also.
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
it's Kamsa.
you
Man,
see those
Kamsa
three
just
black,
disappeared
those three
like
black
that.
stars. Yeah,
Yes.
those three black stars represent the main important trophies that we won here in
That's
town,
Kamsa.
in the US. Huh?
Yes, in Kamsa.
No, but not just in Kamsa. It's history now. Come on.
Have you guys won NVT before?
Exactly.
MVT is how old?
Well, you,
Everything. It
How
doesn't
old
matter.
is
It
MVT?
doesn't
We
matter.
were,
So,
as a matter of fact, who won? Allen, right?
Allen won.
Yeah, who was in with Allen?
What Kamdal?
No, we accept the fact that it was Allen. I
Yes.
was just trying to tell you that we were the main number of player playing with Allen. But you see, this is not where I want to say that it wasn't Allen. It was Allen. Yeah, you know.
Can we move ahead with the conversation? So I was going to ask you a
Yes.
question, and my question was, what do you think we should be doing as a community to make sure we continue to grow?
Yeah.
Because I think I have so much love and respect for what the clubs, everyone is doing, and the fact that you guys showed up here today and on time, it says a lot. In your own opinion, what do you think we should be doing as a community to keep the train moving?
Number one, as a community, we need to do what TVT is doing because I'm
Mhm.
thinking there's so many teams in Texas
Mm-hmm.
and that we can do. And I think we have to encourage all the states. We can divide the US into 4.
Mm-hmm.
We do those 4
the
Regional
regional, and then the
competitions.
qualifiers, the 4 teams or the 8 teams or whatever number qualifiers
Mm-hmm.
can go there and play the
NVT.
So,
NBT
Prezi,
tournament.
you're
that's
talking
one.
at the level of the
the
of
football.
national level.
Yes.
No, I'm talking
Yeah,
about
local.
Yeah,
Yeah,
us in
local.
Texas. What
It's
should
even-
we?
Yes.
What should
I was
we
landing
do?
to that.
Okay.
I was getting to that is that
Mhm.
we as leaders should have our own time where we meet.
Okay.
That's one thing that we have not done.
Mm-hmm.
Like yesterday, I was at the the CPMF, which is a Cameroonian
Pastor
pastors
something.
something fellowship,
Mm-hmm.
and I was the only team represented there.
Mm-hmm.
The president of that challenged me to bring my whole team, but I was thinking in my mind, I'm meeting these guys. So instead of bringing the whole team, I'll bring the whole Cameroonian community, which is you. Next time, let's see. What can we not go there? The next time is in September.
Mm-hmm.
You know, for community to be strong, right? We need prayer too. If we come and meet with them, they know that there are younger people out there that they should be praying for.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm working on ways of bringing the community together because Kandel has done it many times before, and it's only a matter of time before I reach out to you all. You know, so I will be reaching out to you all some kind of ways so we can talk. But we need to, first of all, the FW need to come together. Even if we just come together to share something to drink, because I know us. When we come together, we start sharing something now. The idea flow. We say, what do we do?
I want to add on to that subject. Yeah.
Yes.
It's always important that we as a community will get together.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you look at the unifying factor over here, it's soccer.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
And we as Cameroonians, we always know that soccer has always united us in times of problems,
Yes.
you know, in times of
Joy,
happiness. You know, soccer has always been at the forefront. You know, where even if me and Nathan we're fighting or something, Cameroon is playing tomorrow, for example.
Yes.
We get together and we fight. You know, we oh my God, we beat Cameroon and stuff like that. So my own idea, I think how we could bring this community together. We have a lot of soccer teams here.
Yeah.
Fort Worth, Fon is 3. We have in Arlington here.
Yes.
We have Kafa, we have Camda, we have Allen, we have Frisco now. Allen. So I'm proposing this. I'm proposing that we have like a league, a league and a DFW.
Yeah.
It's just like a regular league. Where each Sunday or like after every 2 Sundays, we come like just like a regular like EPL or you know like a Southwest Region League, North Region League, Second Division League. We come up with a league, you know, and for that to happen, we have to get together as our team heads. You know, we come up with a framework. I'll come up with like a plan, like a blueprint on how this is gonna work. You know, and if we set that, you know, that rolling, trust me, we're gonna see like a lot of good things happening here in terms of talent. We shouldn't restrict. We shouldn't put like an age restriction. Yeah, we let everybody who can play. You know, like United, Forney, and everybody. We just come out with a good structure like that. You'll see how every Sunday we'll have something to look forward to. You know, after church, you know, games on Saturday or Sunday, whatever works, you know, for the teams here, and we'll use that as a platform where we could build from.
Boss Terry, you wanted to add something?
Yeah, I was going to add to that, and don't quote me on this, right? But NVT is. The plateau is what, 34, 35 teams?
Right now it's 36 teams.
You have some teams on the sideline waiting.
We have a lot of like.
At one point, even the World Cup is what, 34?
World Cup is 32 teams.
Right. Yeah, that's a World Cup. At one point, NVT is not going to be sustainable to accommodate that many teams in one weekend, right? So, like you say, if you can take advantage of those regional championships, like for qualifiers, it not only it makes the local communities involved in a specific region tighter and closer, but it allows those guys to network as well. But also, like you say, it can be something to look forward to, and eventually, the NVT doesn't need 40 teams to go there in one weekend. They can take, I don't know, however that is. The technicality can be worked out later, but that's an idea that can go very far. Right? It can be more enjoyable for every team to participate in the championship for qualification. Because the NVT is eventually it's hard. It's hard to manage.
I think one other thing so many people want to hear you guys discuss is the fact that veterans. I don't know. Many people they attach the word veteran to Maui don't start Maui fade away and all of that. And the one question I'll ask, I think was down with Coach Nathan. What are we actually doing as a community to make sure when we are not here, we get people the way they will replace we and they will do the job just as perfect as we don't always want them. Coach Nathan, I'll start with you.
I think I have something like that in place where I've formed a group for younger men who are not up to 35 that can I have a team for them
Okay.
where they can play and play tournament and get a feel of what playing at that NVT level is.
Is.
We put them together and it molds them to a point where they can, when they get to our level, they can take over United or Arlington and run it the way it's supposed to be run because they have that experience. So I have this Mansfield web that I created, which is so far it's very successful. The guys like it. If we can model something like that in our community, that will engage the younger ones. I think that should prepare them to take over from us. You know, that's just something we can think about. And I like what these two gentlemen have said, that if we can meet as heads to talk about our vision, it doesn't have to be the whole community, just leaders.
Yeah.
We meet together and talk about whether it's the league, whether it's whatever. We talk about something like that and put it into work and grow. Because all we think about is NVT. And when NVT is over, the season is over.
Yes.
It shouldn't be that way. If we have a league, we are constantly playing football throughout the year.
Yes.
People are
I agree with
engaged,
that.
right?
Yes.
So we can come together and brainstorm and talk about things like that as leaders, you know. So that's something that will really enrich our community.
Yeah.
I'm gonna add something to that. I don't know about yoga's structure, but we never stop playing. So we are all year round, even in the winter time.
That's true.
We are playing. So that's probably why.
Kamdal.
Yes.
Yes.
We never. So we have two
Even us.
teams. We have the veteran and younger team.
Yes.
So as you were saying, so I think it's also good for the other organization to start thinking about it. You know, even if you don't have the veteran yet, think about creating or starting two veterans.
Yes.
If you're a young team, if you're an old team, you don't have a younger team, start thinking about that. So that will allow us to bring the younger guys together to play their own tournament. We strengthen them while we're playing our own tournament on one side. We strengthen ourselves so that they don't feel like they're missing out on this fun. They just know that, you know, whenever it's our time, when I'm 35 and above, I know where already I will be playing. I can start training with them.
Okay.
So I think that's what we should have in perspective. And one last point. We need to meet because it's today here that I know that you're the president of
Arlington.
Yeah. So, and I know that you're Thierry. So, my fault not to wanting to reach out, not knowing who to reach out, but we need to have that. You know, if we have a soccer team, I would like to know that when you go out there and people in the community ask you, you can say, "Oh yeah, I have this guy over there in Dallas, the other guy in Frisco." You know their name at least. You can connect them.
So on that note,
Yes.
so I'm just gonna add. So since we're all here, right, it sounds like we all look in the same direction.
Yeah.
I set up a monthly call for all those leaders, right? And we can start those conversations.
Yeah.
Even if we meet and call for 30 minutes, just like what's going on and what you got going on. I think I can move that needle a little bit further.
I agree with that.
That's an action I can take upon myself and set up.
That would be very, very beautiful. You wanted to add something?
Yeah, I think one of the things that I wanted to mention, right? I know we come under the umbrella of soccer, right?
Yes.
But then there's also some other things where, as we talk about community building, right?
Yes.
Let's not only talk and remain on
Remain
that
on
soccer.
Soccer.
What is it that can come out of there? What are some of the things? Because maybe addressing the elephant in the room,
Boom.
there is a connotation
Mm-hmm.
with veteran.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if all of us they are married.
Mm-hmm.
Their wives always have that connotation linked to veterans, right? One of the things that try to do in Phone is that we have a thing we call Family Day, because this is so that people can come together with their families, right? To come together with their families so they can meet and actually see, okay, this is who my husband hangs out with. This is what they are doing, right? It would be a very good idea that even as we sit together and talk about soccer, we should also be thinking about how can we bring our families. Like you said, the tournament. It could
Great
be a
idea.
thing where we're just bringing families, so they can meet this other person's family. Because you know it's always hard to go to each person's house. Now you have one occasion where you can see all these five people in one place.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Now, I think we're getting to 50th minute, and you want to say something?
No.
Okay, I think one thing I want us to discuss is I don't know if I should term it conflict resolution, because like we all agreed or we laughed about when we started this. I think one person said, "Oh, Cameroonians would always disagree with me," and then another person actually said that.
Mhm.
Now I want to know how we when they handle challenges, when they handle conflicts, and all of that for club level. I want to start with Pro. You actually, with your experience and everything, what do you think would be the best way, or how during your years when you were playing? How do you think clubs usually handle their small difficulties, whether it's amongst the players, it's player versus administration, it's among the execs, and what do you think we can best do if things like that pop up?
Yeah, like you said, I've played in professional soccer level where, yeah, I encountered, a lot of like, disciplinary, uh, disciplinary issues, you know what I mean? Yes. And how, first of all, they dealt with me, and how I'm dealing with those issues now
Yeah.
that I'm in the position where I have to be responsible for conflict resolutions like this. As a player, I know I was one of those hot-headed guys. I was in terms of playing, I was fine with playing, but there are other little issues that I didn't like, and I always speak my mind about it, and me being that guy who was speaking his mind, I landed in those hot waters, and I was disciplined, somehow like suspensions and stuff like that. But we're now in a community where we're all like grown folks, and to manage another person of their own age, it's difficult. This person has a family. You have to respect that person, but at the same time, that person it has to be reciprocal. It has to respect you also. But when we're in a structure where we have rules, and there are like disparate actions where if you break rules, you just have to go back to the drawing board and look at, hey, you did this, and the law says that what if you do this, this is how you're going to be punished. And once we try to implement that, it becomes now like a personal problem. And we found that we know how we operate in our community. Oh, I did this. This person did this. They didn't do this to him, but we almost like did the same things. It's all about respect, and it's all about living as a family. And if we come to training, we have those tempers, they got flared, egos, big egos and stuff like that. And that's just something that when we come to the field and we play, tension, passion, all mixed together, people get excited, and they tend to do things that are not out of the norm, but hey, like somebody was like, hey, get out. Must have funny man, like stuff like that. Sometimes they don't mean it. It doesn't.
They don't mean it. That's true.
They don't mean it. Yeah, but it depends on how the other person takes it also. And if the other person takes it, in a way that it becomes very confrontational. That's why you have little things that start growing to bigger things that at the first place should have been something that would have just been quenched, right there at field. So, I mean, to me, it's more about respect. Respect each other. And just abide by the rules of the organization. Yeah. So if you do this, if this hand does this, and the rule says punish this hand does the same thing.
You do this.
You should do the same thing. So
I don't even know if any other person has anything to add to that. Conflict resolution within the clubs or within our community, especially when it comes to soccer. Anybody person want to add anything?
I'm just gonna add this fact. In a conflict, there, depending on how you look at it, there's always two main things that clash, and for it to be resolved, one person has to be the bigger person to reach out to the person. Even sometimes it's your action towards that person that speak louder to that person than what you tell them. Because if that person know that they were wrong, if you know that they were wrong, and you come make the step towards them and say, you know what, that's a bigger man. He knew, I know I was wrong, but he came. He brought himself to a certain level lower than me, and he reached out to me. So I think that is where some conflicts are resolved. But whenever the two are there, they say, I'm not giving up. The conflict stays. And I know like you said, on the training day, on the side of the field, you have 40 guys out there. 22
Screaming.
can only be on the field. By the time they say, okay, we're gonna play an hour, do the change. We'll play 30 minutes once. I say, and that 30 minutes, that hour, nobody.
And this is somebody, you come out and say, why me? I'm not
Yes.
coming out.
Ooh, we see that constantly. So sometimes you have to get out of the field unless somebody comes in.
Yeah, to add to that, like to what Grand Pro said, we have to have very strict rules. We have, because this one thing is dialogue and understanding, and one thing is principles. We have to follow rules. If the coach has the power, or the president wants to use an article on the Constitution, we have to follow that.
That's true.
Regardless of who you are.
That's true.
And the group has to support that initiative.
So it technically what you're saying is the group above every other person.
Pretty much.
Yes.
Always.
Pretty
Yes.
much. It has to be the group above anybody.
Yeah.
And fairness has to prevail.
Thank you.
But it doesn't take away the fact that I can meet you on this side and we talk.
Yes.
Because we as people, if we take down our ego, we can go further. So we can talk. We might even bypass having to bring in the rules
Yes.
and resolve the problem at that elementary level. So we have to calm down our ego sometimes to get to where we have to be.
Boss, you wanted to say something?
One thing which I'll add to that, which has been working very well for us in Funny, has been that before we will have people register, come for practice, come for training every time. And during a particular game that we're going out for, the coach will maybe, get some other persons whom he thinks can win that competition, and they play, which is always bringing a lot of conflict within the team. Like, why do I waste my time coming to train? Why do I feel the numbers and I can't feature on the field? So in the past now, and Funny has been doing, Funny Sports Club has been doing so well in all the competitions we've gone to, because we've been using just the registered and the members who are consistent and they come for practice. And it has helped reduce the conflict within the team. And every member knows that I am registered, I am important, I have my space on the field, and I will come in and I will play. And there is not that fight every time, because when the team is performing well and it is just the team members on the pitch, nobody is outside agitating to want to play. But if there are members playing, if there are people playing who are not registered members, those outside will definitely bring a fight. They will like, I could play better than this person. Why did you bring this? And
That's a common problem.
one other thing which it's really working for us, we've made every time when we go for our practice sessions, we always make it known every time when somebody says something to somebody doesn't necessarily mean an insult to you. There will be always these jokes that people will make. Oh, don't give him the ball. He doesn't even know how to play. At times people found it offensive, but with time they see that it's just a normal soccer discussion. It's not like somebody wants to insult you. But if you feel offended, it's okay to bring it up, and depending on how the other person responds, you'll know if you meant it or not. So just that kind of dialogue and conversations really actually has been solving a lot of problems in our club.
I think so many people wondering, like, no man that don't just jump for you the top.
I was about to say that.
Introduce yourself, and then we move to the next question.
Okay, thank you, Toride. I am Jude Kangna. I'm the financial secretary for Funny Sports Club, and I'm an IT consultant by profession. And just to add to the voice of others, you do a lot on your platform, bringing people to talk about the community, and I truly do appreciate what you do.
Boss, we'll try our best. Boss Thierry, what is the way forward for our community? As a soccer club and every other thing.
I say, and what we have in Arlington, what I personally believe in our mantra is together to inspire and achieve. Right? Together we can always inspire others to raise the younger, to whom the torch can be passed on to, and we can achieve, whatever you said our mind to. So I think the way forward is let's build together, whether it's community involvement, whether it's through soccer, because what brought us together is
Sure.
soccer. So that's the foundation of what everything that we do. So and we leverage in there. So and some people actually, because of all of soccer, that built businesses together, that built relationship, that built network and so on. So the way forward is just continue to do that and understand that conflict are necessary. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
When you have if you have 100 men with their own family who run their home and they're gonna come there, understand you're gonna have conflict. People have diversion of opinion. It's gonna happen. And as a leader, it's very important to realize that the hardest thing to lead are people on whom you have no leverage. Right? It's those non-profit and what we do. You have no leverage on anybody. You cannot make somebody do something they doesn't want to do. So you have to focus on make sure they understand that the goals, you have all the same goals and the vision is clear so they can follow you to where you want to go. At your job, you have leverage. Somebody doesn't want to do it. I mean, his livelihood may depend on it because your son is check or whatever the case is, right? Here, nobody has to do anything.
Yeah,
That's true.
So as a leader, it's very important to motivate those guys every day. You give them something to look forward towards. And yeah, I think it's the most important thing is do for others. At the end of the day, just it's do for others.
Boss Pro, now, like you said earlier, now soccer bring me together. But one thing is sure, many other things that happen besides soccer. Can you throw a little bit of light on that? Some of the other things that would you do besides just playing soccer?
I really don't understand your
So,
question.
for instance, people in the way we talk about networking. People in the they help others get jobs. People in the way they support each other. Like beside meeting friends. And I just want us to talk a little bit about that. So maybe because some people in the they watching about their first time. Or even know how to be a veteran club, what would you do and all of that. But I feel like we focus only on the soccer part. We're actually taking away from what we can do for the community. We don't talk about like events and all of that. I just want to throw more light.
Yes, okay. What I'm going to say is that veteran soccer, like you said, if you meet people from all walks of life, you know.
Yes.
So and when people come out there, we go, for example, we go to practice. I'm just going to give an example. We go to practice over there. We have people come from, this guy's from Cameroon, you know, he just got here. And he has difficulties, you know, with stuff like, you know, papers, or he's looking for a job. And I've seen instances where, you know, the help came from right there, from the field. And that's the way of turning out. People socializing together, you know. Some people come just to watch. They love watching soccer. You know, they come and watch, and then people like, you know, exchange ideas. You have people from IT. I'm in the medical field, you know, as a chiropractor. Thierry is with real estate and software stuff and stuff like that, you know. So you meet people like who come out there that you don't know, just because you are in this department, you can help individuals like that. I, for one, I'll tell you what I do. I've made it known to like every mom that come out here to families in DFW. Yeah. I treat all the moms. I'm a chiropractor, so I treat all the moms for free. It's a pro bono. That's my own way of giving back to the community.
Wow.
If your mom is in town, the mom has an issue with like back or neck or shoulder and stuff like that, bring her to my clinic here, and I take care of her free of charge. That's how I got my blessings. Yes, I've done that to several moms, and it's just what I do.
And even members, because I know you have done this.
I've helped a lot of members, you know, who've had like, you know, injuries and stuff like that. They come to me because they can't pay for it because of their financial situation and stuff like that. I help them, I treat them, and that's just a way of giving back, you know. So freely you give, freely you receive, you know. So
anyone want to add something?
Talking about giving back to the community, Kamdal, besides soccer, we have a professional forum. That is, I don't know. No, you're not coming. We have one coming in August, where we give the opportunity to those who are professional within the organization to present what they do and what it takes to become who they are. So, and we call that the professional forum. We do it outside in the, you know, those centers where there's soccer, but there's also rooms in there where you can take it and rent it and then present. And so far we've been doing lately a hybrid program where there are some that can see that online and others in place. So we have that. Number two, we do volunteering within the community. We have a volunteer department that actually go from places to places. We the last volunteer department volunteer activity that we did with the North Texas is a helping hand, but it is a subsidiary of the North Texas Food Bank, where we went and then packaged food for the needy. The third thing that we do out is the soccer camp for the kids. We do that in June, July coming up. It's a whole month, 4 Saturdays, and you do at the end, we give the kids a certificate. So all of that is part of giving back to the community. But I think, yeah.
No, you think finish?
Yeah, I think we're doing that separately, but we have to do that as an individual and as a collective. And I'm working on something like that. Like that's what I was saying, that I will reach out to you all, and then we can see how, as a whole community, we can do something.
Yeah, boss.
Yeah. I think President Ben mentioned what Funny started last year during our Family Day, and during the Family Day we had some club members who own businesses. They actually sponsor that, and so we gave them the platform to tell the community what they do, because there are people who do different kind of businesses, and we don't know about that. So when you talk to the community, what they do, it gives an open space for people to maybe come up to you again to get more information about whatever service you have. And with club members also, we do encourage, especially the newcomers, when they just come into town, and then with us in the club, we help them actually. A few club members actually do stand up to help them with your registrations and maybe help to put them through career paths. So that's something we do in Funny to make sure that we encourage and strengthen those who just come in, and also spread information to help people stabilize themselves. There's been a lot of career change in Funny, and
Silicon Valley. Silicon Valley, Texas.
Yeah, so Funny is, I think we are doing quite some good, but we are not there yet. We still have so much to give in order to encourage every other person to stand up for themselves.
And I wish we can go on and on. Yeah.
I think Thierry should talk more about what Arlington veterans do, in terms of volunteer.
In terms of the community.
Yeah, volunteer in the community. Yeah, he should be better placed.
Yeah, let me just add a little light on that. So Arlington has as well branched out a lot with the Terrence Food Bank. Right. So we have some event that we do with them in collaboration to provide food there as well. We have program with Arlington ISD, where we go every mentor kid at school, elementary school kid, elementary school per se. So, and so you have some members doing it. I myself go there twice a week.
Wow.
Right. So I have some mentors, young kids from 6, 7, 8 graders that with whom we work to spend 30 minutes with them and go through that's homework, assignment, talk about career a little bit on one-on-one basis. So you have quite a bit things going on, and even this summer, to be a partner, we'll be partnering with another veteran team in the area for our back to school program. So back to school program, we're looking at raising some funds also for scholarship for next year for some kids starting for the next year's school starting in August for some few kids. So we have quite a things on the pipeline, and hopefully we bring them to fruition. But again, it's just about the community, bring everybody together to do more. Right?
Wow, I feel like we can go on and on and on and on and on. But already 1 hour. I think people have things to do. Yeah, but you want to say something?
I want to use this opportunity to ask the chairman of the TVT that we have the TVT competition coming up. Our host is Forney Sports Club, and I want the community to come out and see for themselves, what Forney has to present to the community. So we have teams. We have 14 teams coming. From Louisiana, from San Antonio, from Houston, Oklahoma. We have United Veterans here in the house. We have Camdale. We have Frisco. We have Austin. It's a brand new veteran team. They're going to be in town. So the event is a 2 days event. It starts on a Saturday. Memorial Weekend Saturday. We have games on Saturday, have games on Sunday. what's his name again? Shell Antum is coming to town.
Shell Antum will be in town on
Please,
Saturday.
please come on. It's a big gala. Shell Antum is a big star
Mhm.
in our community. He's a big star in Cameroon. He'll
Yeah.
be here in Dallas to serenade you guys with his
Good music.
his tunes, good music. So again, come out and support FC, Forney, Soccer Club, and the Texas Veteran Tournament. Thank you.
Boss, United, what will be your final words?
To add to what the chairman has said, I think it'll be a very good opportunity for the community to come and see what we meet every day, every week to build.
Yeah.
We are building entertainment for the community. We're building growth for the community. This is an opportunity for us to showcase what we've been doing for so long. So I'm calling everybody, I'm asking everybody out there to show up in Phony the end of the month so we can all have fun and then grow from there.
Boss Kamdal, your final words?
Oh man, it's been great being here in the house and just meeting this great bunch. I am really happy of the outcome that Thierry is hoping to lead, and the NVT tournament coming into town. I mean the TVT coming into town. I thank whoever made that possible, and I'm looking forward to Bonnie to enjoy that time. Indeed.
Boss Thierry, your final words?
I hope you have enough AC because Arlington is bringing the heat. You know? You're coming with it. All right, so yeah, guys. Thanks for all the panelists. Thanks, guys, for joining. So it'll be great. I think it will be a great thing for us all to enjoy. And don't forget that after TVT, it doesn't stop there. You have TVT, you have other things going on in the community, you have NVT. It doesn't stop there still. It keeps going. And wherever you live, find a local veteran clubs if you don't belong here. I mean, even if you don't play soccer, even if it's not, it's just this country is stressful. I mean, it's one of probably the most stressed countries. Why is very stressful? So even if you come out, sit on the sideline and enjoy people watch, having that social life aspect with people who think, I mean, no, I won't say who think like you, but you share your same cultural background. I think it's very important. So find one. I mean, there are a lot. I'm not saying to come to Arlington if you don't want to. I'd like to have you, but you can go to any other veteran club and make sure at least you belong to one.
Bro, you already? Or you still have some more to tell us for your
No.
last
I mean, they just added to what like. I like how Nathan Megan put it here.
Okay.
You know, again, I love how you said it's still an opportunity of growth. And we're preparing like that big package for everybody to come out and see what we've been doing. You know, if we live in our homes to go out, hey guys, it's time for you to come out to see what we've been preparing for you. And he just put it all in a nutshell. Thank you.
So
I think let's just go around and forecast what might be the outcome.
We'll get there. I wanted him to have the last word because they are the ones hosting. Funny, what is your message to our community with regards to this MVT? TVT, sorry. Thank you, Coach.
Funny has gone through the most difficult stage, which was the planning and accepting the fact that we were actually hosting it, and we went through planning. Now we are in the execution phase, and we are just 3 weeks to go. And I would say from our last meetings we've held, we are 95% ready for this. And I first of all just want to thank the Funny veteran club members who stood up to give us some cash to start working while seeing how to raise money to actually organize this. I won't be calling names here, but a big shout out to them because they made it very easy for us to actually run this. Secondly, we have some awesome sponsors who actually gave us cash as well just to support the initiative. And we will be looking for a way to actually appreciate them for what they did. They made it also very easy for Funny to do this. We have some vendors as well. So when you're coming, don't bother to pack food because you may not have a microwave to heat that on the pitch. But trust me, there will be awesome people there to serve you with some fish, some soya, I mean, what Cameroon dishes. So we actually did reach out to people to come do some vendor, I mean, to come sell food to our people because I know we will be there the whole day on Saturday, the whole day on Sunday. We can't leave the pitch to go look for Burger King for coming back to play. So that is all covered. So Funny has gone above and beyond to make sure that our guests are comfortable. Then, two great things. We have you covered on Saturday. You won't just play and go downtown to go figure out how you entertain yourselves. Shea Longton will be in town, as we've already talked about it. TK will be presenting. Richard Kings will be presenting. I mean, we have very big artists on the stage that everybody will want to watch them or just come and let's share a fun time. We will be circulating our flyers with you as well so that on your platform, people could get to see the various table options we have and who to contact if you want to purchase a table. So from all the delegates here from your clubs, do sell that message too, because you won't want to come stand in the hall and be, be purchasing a bottle of drink every time. You need to come and be comfortable, and just get to enjoy a good evening. Then on Sunday, of course, so another awesome Sunday, which is an activity, main event gala night, and just thanking everybody for the support they've given us so far. And Funny won't disappoint. My president said we're raising the bar. The next person hosting will have to do a very great job to beat what we've done. So thank you.
Wow. So let's just start from you. Your focus for the competition. Who do you think is going to win? I know you're probably going to say Funny. So who do you think is going to win, and who do you think might be your biggest challenger? Let's start with you.
You're right. I would definitely want to say Funny. And truly, we are not just organizing and participating, we are competing as well. And if you take stock, you will see that Funny has been very competitive from last year to now, because we've won a couple, or let me just say, almost all our games. And either coming second in every competition or it was a big challenge when we had to be calm down. Sorry to say, but we did. So our challenge right now in the competition, I will still be looking at, if I remember the team very well, that was it Austin?
San Antonio won last year.
San Antonio, that's the team that beat us 6-0, I think. So it was Houston, right? Okay. So we are working towards that. They were very aggressive. I would say they have a very great team. So I think that is our challenge for this competition. If not, all the other teams, I know we level up and we can handle it.
Boss Kamdal, who do you think will win the tournament, and your biggest fear?
Well, we have teams coming from Louisiana and all those
Oklahoma. Houston.
Yeah. So I don't know about those teams, to tell you the truth. I don't know about their level of competition. Yeah, but I know the level of competition of all my guys. And I know that if we stick to the plan that we always talk, we will win. But chances are sometimes when you make a plan, you go there. Mike Tyson say you have a plan until you get knocked out on the mouth. So if we stick to our plan, we will win.
Okay. I'll skip Pro because he's in the organizing committee.
Thank you. That was very smart of you.
United, who do you think will win? And if it's not you, who do you think your biggest challenger will be?
I think our biggest challenger is going to be San Antonio. But I think we'll beat them. I see the finals between United and Arlington. 3-1 for United. Game over.
Hey, that's what he wants.
That's the challenge is on.
Game over.
Well, obviously, Arlington, like I said, we come in with everything we have, be ready for it. Challenger. I don't see any. I'll be honest. I mean, I know we're going to play each game. We take each game as it comes. But you mentioned you beat us in final, so we should be technically your challenger, not San Antonio. Right?
No, if you look at the polls, right, to come out of a group, we have Camden,
Mhm.
we have San Antonio.
Oh my
Mhm.
God. Yeah,
That's
as a tough
tough.
group. As a tough
Mm.
group. Yeah.
If we come out
To
of
be
there,
honest.
everybody else is. And I see Arlington coming out of them, their own route.
Group, yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah,
made at the final. And
Yeah.
Arlington is no match.
Yes, so,
Straight up.
Hey.
yes.
I like that.
So let's just go.
Yeah,
And this is the beauty. This is the beauty of this thing.
Yeah,
Right?
the competition.
It
Yeah.
has a beautiful competition,
It's
right?
yeah.
Yeah,
It's a beautiful
so-
competition. Yeah. Competition. Yeah.
So yeah, we should set up for this in 3 weeks.
Okay. And guys, thank you very, very much for today. I really wish we could go on for 2 hours, 3 hours, but I know you guys are busy. Maybe some other time we'll maybe after this competition we'll still need to
Yeah, good
see.
time to
I
meet
plan
up,
to have
yeah.
the other teams come here and talk about the competition. Thank you guys for what you're doing for the community. Now our responsibility, whether I like them or not. Else, everything we have acquired, everything we are building will go down the drain. Our picking will suffer. Our picking will be disrespected. Our picking will be insulted. There's no respect for anything. But if we raise the bar like you guys are doing, we do things that are actually helping our community and making other communities respect us. Now, so our picking will find it very easy. Anytime we go for some place, they say na Cameroonian that people already know what the Cameroonians they do for community. Thank you guys for coming. We'll listen one music. The artist we go Grace we from Cameroon. Shay Longton. We'll listen his song. While we listen to his song, I think we are actually signing out.
Say sure. Yeah.
You me kill it fine, boy, me kill him, boy, me kill it fine, boy. Hey, yeah, hey. You me kill it fine, boy, me kill him, boy, me kill it fine, boy. Hey, yeah, hey. Yeah, fine, boy. You mo yeah, fine, boy. Fine, boy. Yeah, fine, boy. You me kill it, fine, boy, me kill it, boy, me kill it, fine, boy. Hey, yeah, hey. Oh, me kill it, fine, boy, me kill it, boy, fine, boy. Yeah, yeah, hey.